It's time for the River City Review show featured on WRVS Morning Joy. Every fourth Monday at 7:45 a.m., the River City Review show is sponsored by Solid Solutions. I am the financial coach at Solid Solutions, where our focus is all about helping our clients reach financial stability. I am your host, Erica Ramjohn, and each month I will be bringing you features to include new businesses, new people doing exciting new things in and around the River City. Of course, today we have another guest, and my guest today is someone you may or may not know, Miss Rosie Overton. And Rosie is the Family Recruitment Specialist at Children's Home Society, North Carolina. Rosie Overton, welcome to the River City Review Show.
Hello, thank you.
Aren't you excited to be here? It's a beautiful day. It's lovely outside. You are beautiful. So we're going to go right into the program of Family Recruitment Specialist of Children's Home Society. Let the Morning Joy listening audience know what Children's Home Society of North Carolina is all about.
Good morning. Children's Home Society of North Carolina is a foster and adoptions agency that is located throughout all of North Carolina. We cover all 100 counties. We provide foster care services, and also when children are free for adoption, we facilitate those adoptions.
I like that. And it was remiss of me, ladies and gentlemen, listening audience of the Morning Joy River City Review show. It was quite remiss of me to give you a little background, a little snippet of Rosie Overton's background. As a recruiter, a family recruitment specialist person of Children's Home Society of North Carolina, she is responsible for bringing awareness of the foster care crisis to families and also helping them to navigate through the process of becoming licensed foster parents. Is that right?
That is correct.
And I know some families, I've come across people who are very interested in becoming a foster parent. And with your background, I see you are also 18 years in this business. And to top it off, she is an alum of the great Elizabeth City State University, ECSU.
Yes, ma'am. I most certainly am.
So 18 years in this business.
Actually, it is 24 years. I did 18 years with Child Protective Services, foster care and adoptions. I worked with 2 different county agencies, and then I came aboard with Children's Home Society.
So that means there is some sort of a passion about this job that you do.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to ask you to give us some insight into what it takes to become a foster parent.
Yes, ma'am. So with becoming a foster parent, you would have to, of course, do an application. After you apply, we will do background checks. You would have to submit to fingerprints, things of that sort, because we want to make sure that where the children stay is a good, safe environment filled with love and that they will not be re-victimized. With that being said, we will put you through trainings that we provide ourselves at our agency. With that, you have home study completed. The licensing specialist will do that. And what the licensing specialist will do is come into your home, talk to you about your family, how you were raised, how you raise your children, just what it looks like to be a foster parent. Any and all questions that you may have, we are able to answer those questions, help guide you through the process. Once you become a licensed foster parent, you will then be asked to take children into custody that need a loving home.
Loving, that's the operative word there. One of the missions of the Children's Home Society, give us some of the core values, I would say, of Children's Home Society.
Well, with our core values, we want people to have integrity, to be honest, to want to make sure that they see a child succeed and have the best quality of life because they have come out of a situation that was bad. It was nothing on that child's fault. It was no fault at all of the child. So with that being said, we want to make sure that they receive the quality of care, that they're not re-victimized, that the trauma that they've suffered, they can get some help with that, where they can get therapy if they need it, where they can get, their education onto the point to where they are. Because sometimes they fall behind because they've dealt with so much trauma in their home, in their life. And we just want to make sure that they're good and they have what they need.
So I'm hearing a lot of the onus is on the foster parent, of course.
Yes.
And is there any age limit or any age where you have to be before you become a foster parent? What age do you look for you being a parent? Is there an age?
Yes, ma'am. So you have to be at least 21 years of age. And as far as how old, that is dependent on you as the individual, as well as long as your doctor can sign off on the paperwork and say that you can be a licensed foster parent.
Wow. So
we do not discriminate against age, race, gender, any of that sort. We do not discriminate against that because children need families. They need love. They need people that, look like them. They need people that don't look like them, but just want to provide love to them.
I like that. I like that a lot. And one of the things you touched on, back to the loving piece, the
yes,
loving.
Ma'am.
Do you have, there's a potential foster parent have to be a couple, or do they have to be, it could be a single person? What's the criteria for that in that area?
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad you asked that. I get to ask that question all the time. So you do not have to be married. You can be single. You can be a couple. We don't discriminate at all. There's no discrimination on your gender preference. There's no discrimination. The only thing that we ask is with your home, as long as that you have a separate room for the child. So you can be in a 2-bedroom house, apartment, mobile home. It does not matter as long as you have another bedroom that the child can have. So if you're in a loft or a studio apartment, if it does not have an extra bedroom, we need to make sure that they have a bedroom so that they can have that privacy. They can actually share a room with another child. They don't have to have their own separate room. So those are some of the things that I get asked a lot. And those are very valid questions. And I love when people ask me those questions.
I'm happy you have the answers.
Yes, ma'am.
About how many foster or children needs foster homes or need homes right now, you would think, just an average number, or if you have that number in your head, can you say, what's the pool like out there right now for children needing homes? Do you have an idea?
Yes, ma'am. So throughout the state of North Carolina, we're looking at approximately 10,900 plus children that are in the foster care system. With that being said, the number of foster homes throughout the state, and these are all licensed foster homes, not just through Children's Home Society of North Carolina, but through the entire state, there are approximately 5,600 homes. So if you look at the math is not adding up. So we definitely need homes. That's why we are in a foster care crisis at this time, because they need homes and there are not enough foster homes available. And it's not just in North Carolina, it's nationwide. Everyone is in a foster care crisis. So I would ask for those who maybe say, I can't foster, get the word out. Talk to somebody that you know. Reach out to us. I'm willing to come and, do a presentation to speak to those individuals that may attend a church or a social group. It does not matter. I would love to come just to spread the word about what we have going on.
Well, since you brought that up, now we're right on the cusp of sharing the contact information, where you're located, how do people get in touch with you, or your office? Yes,
ma'am. So our office, the office that I work out of that covers northeastern North Carolina, is located in Greenville, North Carolina. The phone number is 252-617-6012. Again, that's 252-617-6012.
Do you have an email address or something?
Yes, my email address is roverton, and I will spell that, the letter ROVERTON @chsnc.org. That is roverton@chsnc.org.
You got that, folks? I hope you got that. Listening audience of the Morning Joy River City Review show. The family recruitment specialist, Rosie Overton of Children's Home Society of North Carolina, with your head office based in Greenville, North Carolina.
Yes.
Rosie Overton.
Yes.
So, Rosie, let's hypothetically, I want to adopt a child. Ages, what ages? You can say a 21-year-old. I'm giving myself an age of 21 years old. Yes, don't you laugh?
I'm not going to laugh. I love it. Absolutely love it.
What age do you all? Is there? Can you steer a child, a person, a potential foster parent to? Okay, you're 21. You might be able to adopt a 4-year-old. You have the energy. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out. Is there any sort of guidance like that?
Yes, ma'am. So with completing the application and going through the process, we have what we call a preference form. So on that preference form, you're able to determine what ages you feel that you're most comfortable with parenting. Also with that, you can talk about behaviors that you feel comfortable with being able to handle. So we help guide you through everything. Any and all questions, we're going to assist you with that.
I like that too. I like everything about what you're saying today. Is there anything in particular, before we wrap up the show, that you really want people out there to know about the Children's Home Society of North Carolina?
I believe the main thing that I would like to say is, we are here in Northeastern North Carolina. As a matter of fact, we cover the entire state. We have offices throughout the state. We have a team here that is willing to help with getting you licensed. We have licensing worker, we have placement workers that are available to you. We all work remotely so that we can have the access to get to you, and we're not having to leave from Greenville to go to Currituck or, Manio or somewhere like that. We're right here in the area and we're able to assist. So we are available. The children need you. They need families. They need a home. It's not their fault that they had to come out of their own home. But with that happening, we do want to make sure that they are in a home where they can receive love. They can get the treatment that they need to help them become successful. So please, if you have thought about it, if you're thinking about it, please reach out to me and I can talk to you one-on-one. We do provide online and in-person information sessions. So I am actually doing an in-person information session on June 18th at the public library here in Elizabeth City at 5:00. So please check us out. You can also go on our website, which is www.chsnc.org. Again, that's www.chsnc.org. And you can look under meetings and events and see those dates.
Rosie Overton, you are a wealth of information when it comes to giving us the family recruitment needs and requirements for the Children's Home Society of North Carolina. And I appreciate you coming and sharing with the Morning Joy River City Reviews listening audience. And one more time before we go, it is area code to contact you?
252-617-6012.
And the email is?
roverton@chsnc.org.
Morning Joy River City Reviews will return next month with more of what's happening in and around the River City. The River City Review show on WRVS 89.9 is sponsored by Solid Solutions, helping clients reach financial stability. And Rosie Overton, Family Recruitment Specialist of Children's Home Society of North Carolina, thank you once again for being a guest here on our show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We look forward to hearing from you about children being adopted, and keep us in touch. Keep in touch with River City Review show.
I most certainly will.
So, listening audience, if you were wondering what's up, what's happening, what's new in the River City, now you know.